Russell Westbrook got beef with Berry Tramel that seems to date back 2 years. I'm going to unpack that for you. And all that's coming up after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always OU related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time, and today we are going to talk about Russell Westbrook's beef history with Oklahoman sports columnist Berry Tramel and why it seems to date back to April 23rd, 2017. But the setup here is following a much needed win in Game 3 of the opening round of the 2019 NBA playoffs, Russ Westbrook and Paul George stepped to the podium. Berry Tramel got the microphone and he asked a question, and Russ Westbrook said, "Next question." And that has been his running theme with questions from Berry Tramel in these nationally televised NBA pressers. I'm going to unpack more of that. But people ask, why? Why is it that Russ has it up with Berry, and what did Berry do wrong? There are people on both sides of this argument that seem to side with Berry. I would be one of those people. And folks that side with Russ, who think that Berry was being condescending in some way. And when I ask people that question, they don't really have an answer. So I, having a reporter's background, looked up the answers for this and kept digging until I found something. And what I found was this clip, courtesy of WWLS, the sports animal.
Steven, second time in 3 games, you guys really struggled when Russell went to the bench. You were out there for part of that. What goes on when he goes to the bench? Why is Houston so successful? And do you sense that they sort of get an energy boost just from him going out of the game?
Hold on, Steven. I don't want nobody to try to split us up. We all one team. Regardless if I go to the bench, if Steven's on the floor, if I'm off the floor, we in this together. Don't split us up. Don't try to split us up. Don't try to make us go against each other. Try to make it against Russell and the rest of the guys. Russell against Houston. I don't want to hear that. We in this together. We playing as a team, and that's all that matters. That's it.
Yeah, Russell, I'm not trying to split you up, but twice in 3 games, you guys have not played well at all when you've gone to the bench.
That's fine.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Say Russell, you ain't played well at all. Say Russell and the team haven't played well. Don't say when Russell goes out, the team don't play well. It don't matter. We in this together.
That may be, Russell, but I asked Steven a question, and it's a legitimate.
Me and you. Next question.
It's a legitimate question.
Next question. Next question.
Well,
Next question.
no, I think we're gonna keep the microphone. I had a question for Steven, and it wasn't answered. And I don't understand if Steven wants to say he still hadn't said anything. If he wants to say I don't want to answer that, fine. But
next question, please.
All right, so this is like Hatfield and McCoy's, where it basically comes down to 2 stubborn men that don't seem to want to bury a hatchet that I didn't think there was anything there, because the question was to Steven Adams. Russ Westbrook took offense to the question because he thought it was going to break up his locker room, and I'm trying to tell you that if you think that Berry Tramel is 1, there to break up your locker room, and 2, capable of breaking up your locker room, I'm going to ask you, is your locker room full of 3-year-olds? Because it seems like everybody else needed an adult in the room. Berry wouldn't let go of the microphone because he wanted Steven Adams to answer his question, even if he wanted him to say that he didn't want him to answer the question. Russ Westbrook is looking at this whole situation wrong from where I'm sitting, going, wait a second, why not let your man answer the question, let him say his piece, and if you got a problem with it, y'all take it up in the locker room. Why show you behind out here in public? What's up with the next question on all of this? Matter of fact, I got some next questions for Russ. I got questions like, hey, Russ, who is the closer on this 2019 team? Is it you or is it Paul George?
Next question.
All right. Y'all shot 52% from 3 and were the 9th worst 3-point shooting team in the league in 2018-19. What happens when the Thunder don't shoot better than Bob Lee swagger from 3 to finish the series against Portland?
Next question.
Okay. Yeah, Paul George shot 3 of 16 from the floor in Game 2. What's it going to take to get him going for the rest of the series.
Next question.
Fine. Yeah, Russ, Dame Lillard busted y'all up for 25 points in one quarter on the road in game 3. Is Dame Lillard the best point guard you've ever faced?
Next question.
You know what? Should Josh Rosen demand a trade?
Next question.
Do you think what's left of the Avengers can actually bring down Thanos?
Next question.
Huh. Alright, okay. Is Thor Ragnarok not the best Marvel movie of all time?
Next question.
Alright, easy. Is Garth Brooks' Rope in the Wind the best country album ever?
Next question.
I'm gonna need you to go and listen to Rodeo and Papa Love the Mama and give me an answer, dog. Like, I guess that was an answer because that's, you know, you've been with OKC for 11 years. You are the max player on the squad with the 5-year, $205 million contract. You are beloved in Oklahoma, which is the 45th largest TV market in America. And you represent us, you represent me, you represent this great state. What's good from all of this beef you got with Berry Tramel, man? Why not just have it out in a private conversation about what's going on between the two of you dudes? Because you have all the power in this relationship, because you're clearly not answering the man's questions because you feel some kind of way about him. And I'm sure that if y'all just talked it out, everything would be okay. And we go back to talking about the Blazers and the Thunder and a magnificent point guard versus point guard matchup in the first round of a series that's been wildly entertaining instead of having a national story about my favorite sports columnist, really, and you, who I feel many times a kindred spirit in that I am fueled by anger. I am fueled by my own beef history. I want to be the best to ever do it at what I'm doing. I get that. I also don't get what you get out of childlike behavior in a very, very public setting. All right, that's it for me. Doses.